Hi, everyone, and welcome to Community Health Work and Communication. I am one of your instructors, Pardes Mitchell. For this class, we will also have another instructor, and her name is Val Azari. This course will really continue the exploration of the role of communication in the field of community health work, with an emphasis on health behavior change, motivational interviewing, and the use of ORs. You will also be introduced to the certification for a direct service provider. However, completing this course does not provide you with a certification. It does give you the knowledge for the certification. If you are interested in pursuing the DSP certification, you would need to have so many hours of on-the-job training. And we can talk about that later, or you can direct your questions to Val Azari. In addition, we will also start planning for our fall field practicum. During our last week, you will start exploring different opportunities, as well as conduct an interview with potential host sites. More information will be provided in a few weeks. As you know, this is a fully online course, so you should expect to spend a significant time online completing assignments. This is a little different from the past, but this semester you will have 2 instructors for the course. So of course myself, Pardes Mitchell, and also Val Azari. I want to encourage you to read the syllabus, as it is a contract between you and me. It also highlights how to be successful in this course. Some of the ways for you to be successful in this course include signing onto Blackboard at least 3 times per week. I would also like to encourage you to read through the assignments early in the week. That way, if you have a question regarding assignments, you will have plenty of time to email me or Val to ask a question about an assignment and to get a response. Follow the directions for discussion boards, and I will go over that in a few minutes. Submit all assignments on time. Ask questions. Val and I are here to support your learning, and we are available for you via email to answer all questions you may have regarding the course. I would also like to encourage you to sign up for Remind.com, in which I will send out text reminders twice a week. Once on Wednesday, reminding you that your discussion boards are due, and once on Sundays, reminding you to complete the rest of the activities in the learning module. As you are probably already familiar with, discussion boards are worth up to 10 points each week. Here is how those points are broken down. You can earn up to 2 points for submitting it by Wednesday, 2 points for writing at least 2 paragraphs, 2 points for using references, 2 points for having no errors in spelling or grammar, and 2 points for responding to at least 2 classmates by Sunday. You will notice on our Blackboard's course shell that only the first 4 weeks are visible. We are aware. We are working on the second 4 weeks, and those will be up probably in about 2 weeks. We will move on to Blackboard now, and I will provide you more information about the course. When you enter our Blackboard site, you will come directly to the announcements page. There is a welcome letter here with just some basic information about the course. And this is the link for how to sign up for Remind.com. The next link will bring us to our syllabus. I've attached the syllabus here. I've already opened it up down here. This is a 3-credit course, and the dates run from June 1st to July 26th. As you know, this is an online course, and these are the withdrawal dates and your drop dates. Here are the contact information for both Val and myself, my email and Val's email, the course description. I'm going to scroll down and talk a little bit about some of the assignments. However, they do vary each week. You will have discussion boards each week, and as I've said, those are worth 10 points. I will go over the rubric and Blackboard in just a minute. Each week you'll have a variety of quizzes that is in Blackboard. Some weeks you'll have weekly reflections and the directions are in Blackboard. I will show you the rubric in under course materials. And as I've said, there will be other assignments posted weekly. Late or missed work policy. So acceptance of late materials or makeup materials is really a discussion for Val and I. Make sure you communicate with us if you anticipate something being late. The one assignment that is not accepted late are discussion boards, as if it's submitted after Sunday, then there's no opportunity for students to read your thoughts. You can read through our course culture, but one of the things I do want to point out are student success services. If you have or require an accommodation, please visit the Access and Disability Services webpage. Same goes for librarian. And then there are writing centers and tutoring centers and the student success services. Here are the websites, as all business is being conducted online. And then lastly, here is our course calendar for the first 4 weeks. On the left is the week and dates. The second column shows the topics or outcomes for the week. The class activities, these are your learning activities, so the activities meant to help you learn the material. And then finally on the right side are the actual assignments that will be graded. The next tab is course materials. Here you have 2 folders, the reflection journal folder and discussion board information folder. The reflection journal folder contains information about the reflection paper. This is not a weekly basis, but it will be due on some weeks. And then here's the journal, or here's the rubric for that. So be sure to read through that so you have a better understanding of what is expected and required for those assignments. The next is your discussion board. I've already gone over how you earn the 10 points, but here is another visual of the rubric. I've also provided some examples in this folder if you're still unclear on what's expected. Under faculty information, I provided email addresses for both myself and for Val. And then finally, our learning modules. So as you know, these are the folders where everything is located for the week. When you land on the learning modules landing page, it brings you to the folders for each week. What I've done is the folder is week 1. I provide the topics and the dates. Underneath, I provide the instructor who is responsible for that week's content. So for example, this week it's myself. Next week it'll be Val. So if you have a question about this week's assignment, please email me. But when you get to week 2 and you have a question, then you would email Val. I've created bullet points for learning activities and assessments also on the landing page. Again, the learning activities are really the activities that are going to help you learn what I'm trying to teach you, whereas the assessments and assignments are graded activities. When you enter each folder, some of them might have a week 1 video overview. It just provides an overview for the week as well as narrated PowerPoint. I provide you with the week's objectives, again, the learning activities and assessments and activities. I also provide you a copy of the week 1 PowerPoint. It's the same information as in the video, but it's unnarrated and you can go through it yourself. So for this week, you're going to watch SMARCLE's overview video. You're going to learn how to write a SMARCLE. This will bring you to a document. When you click on it, if it doesn't open here, you can always click where it says, what did it say? How to write a SMARCLE here. And what it is doing, it will open up in Acrobat. Of course, my computer's being slow because all of my kids right now are on the internet, but here you go. Here's the guide. Let me go back to week 1. Here's a SMARCLE summary I provided you. I just tried to take the information from that reading and create a summary. Here is more about goals. So this will bring you to a chapter. Oops. In a website. This week you have a SMART Goals worksheet. When you click on the highlighted blue, this should open in a Word document. I'm sure if any of you have other people at home using computers, you will probably have the same problem as I, and that is it works slow. So when I use Chrome and I click an assignment, it will show up down there, and then I do have to double click on it to open. I'm not sure why it says a dialog box is open. What will most likely happen is when this finally opens up, it'll open, as you can see here, it says in a protected view. What you will have to do is click on, in the top bar, protected view, see this highlighted part, click on enable editing, and that will allow you to enter information or your answers into the worksheet. So for this, you are going to create a SMART goal for each of these and explain to me how the SMART goal you created meets the criteria. And then to submit this assignment in Blackboard, you would just click on up here where it says, up here, SMART Goal Worksheet. You would scroll down under Attached Files, browse My Computer, and you would find your worksheet. Click on whatever the worksheet is, click on Open. It will attach here, and then click on Submit. The next assignment for this week is a blog on why are SMART goals important. So to complete this assignment, you'll use the readings and videos from this week's learning module, and what you're doing is in at least 300 words, describe why it is important to adhere to SMART goal guidelines when writing a goal, and how can it help you or your clients achieve that goal. To submit your assignment, you would just click on the highlighted why are SMART goals important. Up on the top left, create blog entry. Type in your answer and click on post entry. Okay. Let me scroll back down. Once my computer catches up with me. But as for SMART goals, this week you will have a reflection paper. So the reflection paper is described over here where it says Reflection Journal Week 1. Really the purpose of this is I want to see you make connections between what you're reading and what you're learning to the role of a community health worker. And this will also help identify your own growth over time in terms of your knowledge and habits, and assist you in self-reflection and critical thinking. Both are two very important skills for community health workers. So as you can see, the journal is to serve as a tool to help you reflect on the weekly readings. Please keep it current. So what I mean by that is for week 1, make sure that your journal is reflected to the topics in week 1. Some possible questions to address, and of course you can make your own questions, are what were the main themes for this week and how did they apply to you as a learner? What are the 3 most important pieces of information you learned this week and how will you apply it to your learning? How will you use the information learned this week to help you succeed as a community health worker? And for this, I'd like you to be specific and provide examples. The criteria for grading is that your journal entry should be between 300 and 500 words. No spelling, grammar, or punctuation errors. It's reflective in nature, and your answers include specific examples. And the reflection journal speaks about the value of the new information learned. So how is this information valuable? The last thing you will do this week is a week 1 introduction. This is your discussion board post, which when you click on it will bring you to your discussion board page. Because we're a smaller class, there will not be discussion board groups. It'll just be a discussion board page. So this brings you to the week 1 introduction. click on Create Thread to post your information. And remember, you do get 5 extra credit points if you put in a picture of yourself. So to place a picture of yourself, you would click on this icon where it says Insert Edit Image, find an image, and click on Submit. You are also required to reply to at least 2 people in your group. To reply, you would click on their message or thread, read through their thread, and on the bottom, click on Reply. And then for most weeks, what I've done is I've created little Quizlets to help you practice some of the vocabulary terms learned for that week. This is not worth points. However, I encourage you to do it to help review the information. The other way you can enter discussion boards is just by clicking directly on the link Discussion Board, which will bring you to the main discussion board page. Here is where your grades will be presented. These are updated at least once a week, so make sure you're checking your grade to see how you are progressing through the course. For some of these, there are rubrics, so you can click on the rubric to see how you are graded. Once you are graded, when you click on your score, if it has a rubric attached to it, you can see exactly how you were graded using that rubric. The student support page will bring you to the student support services at Harper. Blackboard Help will bring you to Blackboard Help. And SOI core surveys, these may open up towards the end of the course where it just asks you to provide insight and reflection on your experience in this course. Those responses are completely anonymous. Val and I do not have access to who wrote them, and we will not receive results from those until fall, so until after grades have been submitted. This concludes our orientation for HED 250. I hope you all have a wonderful day and week. And again, please do not hesitate to email myself or Val if you have any questions.